things adjusted here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Got audio. Believe we got video. Sure we do. All right, let's see. Let's get this shared. I'm 4 minutes early today. On here a little early, but that's okay. Oh, in the wrong category here. It's going to take me a few minutes to get to burn the fog off. Now where'd my video go? What? Okay. We'll share this to ChillerNight, the Facebook group page, which if you're not a member of, I recommend you become. What is going on? This isn't allowing me to share. Why? Oh my gosh. This is frustrating. Well, I'm glad now that I jumped on here early enough. Okay. Come on now. Let's find something here. Ava shared my post. Thank you, Ava. Huh. That is peculiar. I'll see if I can share it off of Ava's. I think that's working. Here I was all proud of myself. More options. Share to a page. All right, here we go. Here we go. And I got a minute left. So I jumped on here a little early and I might actually be a little late. Nah. We're not going to be late. Chiller chat. And come on. And then we'll share to Jack Shadows. And then we'll get the show started here. Promptly at 8 o'clock. Oh. Okay. I think we're good. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, so we're doing real good. Now let me get the chat activated. You guys are probably already started in, but I can't see anything yet. All right. Good evening. If anybody has chatted up until this point, I won't be able to see it, but now I will for Facebook and YouTube. And hey, it is 8 o'clock, so time to begin. Hey everybody, this is Brian Hogue. Welcome to another week of the Chiller Night Live pre-show, where from 8 p.m. Eastern Time until 9 p.m., 9-ish, I sit here and talk to you, and you chat amongst yourselves, and to each other, and to me, of course, and we just have a good time. And of course, one of those things that we chat about will be the Chiller Night programming for tonight that is on Stream TV beginning at 9 p.m. and it'll go on and off until 3:30 in the morning. So, and that's at streammedia.tv, streammedia.tv. And we'll get to that schedule here in just a moment. I want to catch up on some of the comments. John says, the best part of Saturday night is getting this show. Oh, thank you, John. And now it's time for Chiller Night Pre-Show. This is Crozak the Grand. And here's our host, Brian Hogue. Well, thank you, Crozak the Grand. Ava says, I can't respond under me. And then got a very, very unhappy looking face icon. Carrie, if it's up to me, no. All right, well, I missed anything above that, unfortunately, because I didn't have the chat activated yet. John says, good evening, everyone. Hey, John, thanks for joining us. Brian says, hi, everybody. Hey, Brian. Diana says, hi, everybody. Oh, hey, I want to take this time. I actually have this down. So one of the things I obviously wanted to bring up is birthdays. I like to bring up birthdays. If you guys are having birthdays, and I happen to catch them on Facebook, which yesterday was Diana's, Cassandra Blue. So happy birthday once again, Cassandra. I hope you had a wonderful day. And thanks for joining us tonight. Diana says, hi, everybody. Oh, I read that. I'm sorry. All right. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how this is. I'm 12. Rock. What? Okay, I'll just say I'm 12 rocker. All right, we'll go with that. Sure. Good evening, sir. Oh, well, hey, good evening. Thanks for joining us. All right, this stuff keeps me on my toes, you know. Terry says, good evening, Brian. Hey, Terry, thanks for joining us. Al says, hi, everyone. Hey, Al, thanks for joining us. Brad says, it's the Chiller Night Pre-Show with Brian Hogue, starring Brian Hogue. And now here's Brian. What's on tonight, Brian? I'll tell you right now. All right, everybody set, everybody ready, because here we go with tonight's Chiller Night schedule. Here we go. All right, 9 p.m., Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Killers from Space. Jack Shadow features Killers from Space. How about that? New episode of Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian and Terry Seach. And that's the live one that we just did on Tuesday night on the 27th. So if you missed it, now is your chance to watch it at 11. And if you already saw it and you're looking to see it again, now's your chance to do that tonight at 11. 11:30 p.m., Chiller Night Theater. Jack Shadow features Kill Baby Kill. That was a new episode that we featured last week. 1:30 a.m., Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian Seach. This is the night of Brian. Brian's on here twice tonight, so good for him. That's cool. And I'll be speaking about what we're talking about the paranormal marketplace. I'll mention that here in just a few seconds. 2 a.m. Chiller Night Theater. The movie is Grave of the Vampire. Good movie. All right, so there you have it. There is our schedule for tonight. Again, their Roku channel is not working at this time, and it's not up and activated Stream TVs. But you can still catch all of it, all the frightening fun beginning at 9 p.m. at streammedia.tv, streammedia.tv. Hope you check it out. Check it all out. Ava says, hi, all. Hey, Ava, my baby. Cassandra says, thank you all. I had a very relaxing birthday. All right. Sounds good. Al says, happy birthday again, Cassandra. Carrie says she had a wonderful 50th birthday. Ah, okay. And David said, good evening. Champagne popped and poured. Cheers. All right. Thanks for joining us, David. Okay. I'm 12 rocker. Rock. 2 rocker 8. Other rock first. Sounds like 2 syllables. I don't know. All right. Well, hey, 28 being my age at the time of that. Okay. All right. Amy says, sup? Hey, Amy, thanks for joining us. We have to do that Chiller Chat on vampires. We got to do it quick. Maybe we'll do it I'll get with you. Maybe we can do that Tuesday. Get another live Chiller Chat. Cutting it down to the wire because once August 9th gets here, I'll be busy with the haunted house. TJ says, hello, Chiller Night crew and Brian. Hey, do you notice that your YouTube title says Chiller Live Pre-Show 7/31/21? I didn't notice that, but I was hurrying as we just got home an event here, so I was kind of in a rush to get things loaded up and good ready to go, but just ignore that. Brad says I just got back from my niece's high school graduation party. My wife and I had a great time. Ah, good, good. Glad you Glad you had a good time there, you and your wife. Amy says, "Yes, we do. Yes, yes." All right. Well, I'll be getting with you. Amy is Ava's brother's wife, so we are going to be talking about vampires, like different actors who play vampires, and just vampires in general. But I think it'll be a fun one. So, all right. Amy says, "But I can't Tuesday." That's no problem. That's no problem. We'll figure it out. We'll get it. We'll get it. By golly. Jason says, "Ghoulish evening to all." Yes, Jason, thanks for joining us. And I'm 12 Rocker, 81 ML. Happy. Now, I'm just, to cut it short, I'll just say I'm 12 Rocker, just to make it easier on me so I can go quicker. Happy July 32nd, everyone. All right, I'll go with that. TJ says, "So how are you, Brian? What's new in the dark domain or your neighborhood, whichever is closer?" Well, right now I'm sitting pretty knee deep in the dark domain and Jack Shadow's territory, so everything seems to be going all right. I see zombies over here. I see what may be a werewolf over there, just kind of running around the woods. So I don't know. Like I said, every week I put my life and limb on the line to bring you the ChillerNight pre-show. So I hope you appreciate it. Amy says, "Yeah, we will." Okay, we'll get something figured out. Not a problem. And then Jason says, "I recently watched Zardoz. Excellent movie." Zardoz. I can't say that I'm familiar with Zardoz. I don't know what that is. Maybe somebody can remind me what that is, or maybe you can remind me. Brad says, "Did you hear that they're doing a Chucky the Doll TV show series this October on the USA Network?" I have not heard that, but okay, we've mentioned this before. I've mentioned it, Brad. I know that you have brought it up before. I want to bring this up. All right. Where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, Resident Evil. That has begun. I remember I was just asking about that. Maybe it was just a week or two ago. I was asking, when's this coming out? It's already out. So, or maybe I saw that, but that it was out. But I started watching it this week. I guess that's the point I want to get to. I started watching it that week. I started on the first episode, and I'm not the whole way through it yet, but I'm enjoying it. I think the computer animation is really, really cool, and I don't know. The only thing I don't like about it right now, you know how I feel about zombies, the fast-moving zombies. I like the slow, creepy Romero zombies, and so right now I've seen a few that were the fast, lunging, more rabid acting zombies. To each his own, you know, to each his own. But I'm more of a very classic zombie kind of person, so I hope they have more of those on there. I haven't, but I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying it. Jason says, "Are you excited for Halloween Kills coming in October?" Yeah, yeah, the new Michael Myers movie with Halloween. That I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely watch it. You know, I think it's cool that they're continuing. You know, I really would have preferred it had they have kept with. You know, they went up to part 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, and then they trailed off and kind of they rebooted it, they relaunched it, or whatever you want to call it, however you want to say it. I wish they would have continued with that storyline. That's what I was wanting to see. So, but yeah, I think it's neat that they're having it. So, hey, anything, quite frankly, in October when it comes to Halloween or, you know, haunts or anything like that, I'm excited about. Dan says, "This is my 60th anniversary of Mothra." Oh, this. Why did I say my? This is the 60th anniversary of Mothra. Is that right? Mothra is 60. Wow. Well, congratulations to Mothra. And I'm sure all the Mothra fans, including myself, are celebrating. I didn't know it was 60 anniversary, but that's pretty cool. Glam says, howdy y'all. Hey Glam, thanks for joining us. Jason says, Sean Connery stars with John Borman directing Excalibur and Deliverance. Worth the watch. Zardoz, is that science fiction movie? I've never seen it before, but I believe I know which one you're talking about. I've never seen it, so that's why I was unfamiliar with the title. But now that you're describing it a little bit more, I have seen. I remember seeing a clip on YouTube of all places about it, so I might have to check that out. Lasercorn says, "Hey peeps, I'm reporting live from the giant grocery store on North Atherton Street. Meet in State College." Okay, all right, reporting live. All right, so so thanks for joining us. Cassandra says, "I watched the Resident Evil series. It was enjoyable. Did you watch the whole thing? That's pretty cool. I've like I said, I just started on the first episode this week, and I'm enjoying it. So that's cool. That's cool." Um, John says, "Classic zombies rule." No doubt, no doubt. There's just something more. I mean, more dangerous wise, yeah. The ones that can lunge and run fast are obviously going to be more of a threat, physically to you. But I think those slow, dead looking, that's what they are, moving ghouls are. There's something so creepy and nightmarish about that. To me, that's what I grew up with. So I guess whenever I've had a zombie nightmare, that's obviously the ones that have been in my dreams. I can't say that that's a newer thing necessarily. It's newer that more movies are putting them in there, but that was back clear in the '80s with Return of the Living Dead. They had running zombies. It was more of a spoof movie, but still, they were talking too. So, I don't know. But the idea's been around for a little while, at least since the '80s. Okay, let's see. Where am I? Lasercorn says, "God, I'm pathetic." No, hey, you're checking in while you're shopping. That's what we like. Whenever, wherever. Uh, let's see. Glam says, "Don't worry, Mothra. 60 is the new 30." There you go. There you go. Oh, he's got a lot of decades left in him, I'm sure. TJ says, "Good evening to the temptress of terror, our sweetheart screams, Miss Glamfangs." There you go. John says, "Hey, Glamfangs. I'm 12. Rocker says, any news on any new Jason or Freddy movies? If Jason ever gets a new one, it'll be the 13th. Oh, I did not know that. That's pretty neat news. It'll be the 13th movie. Come on, Hollywood. This stuff writes itself. That's right. You would think that would be abundantly obvious. All right, good call there. Good call. I was not aware of that. I have the first 11 movies on DVD. I'm trying to think. Yeah, okay, I get where you're going. Jason 10, Jason X, and then there was Freddy vs. Jason, and then they did that remake back in the mid 2000s, like 2005 maybe, 2006. I don't know, something like that. So yeah, this would be the 13th. All right, good call. I like that. Brad says, "Good old classic George Romero Resident Evil 1 walking zombies. Nothing beats that." Yeah, yeah, yeah. On the, I know on the first game, and I think on Resident Evil 2, I think that they were the old classic zombies. So as I think Greg Nicotero from The Walking Dead refers to them as the Romero zombies, and so that's very descriptive. Dan says, "2 more anniversaries. The 58th for Mantango, Mushroom People. All right. And 55th for War of the Gargantuas. Yeah, yeah, I remember that one. Definitely. Jason says Gargantuas was a great movie. Scared me as a kid. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. There was something weird about it. Yeah, definitely. TJ says it's like Miss Glamfangs is our mother superior of all this mayhem, eh? And Roger sends a little emoji guy, um, the little thrashing guy. I'm waiting for him to move. I wonder if he's going to do what he does on the Facebook thing, kind of thrashing his head like an 80s rocker. All right, so you saw the schedule earlier today. TJ says, okay, I'll be quiet. Time to take my Valium and tranquilizers. Hey, whatever helps you get through this. No, be loud and chat worthy. Um, we're watching Killers from Space. Now that reminds me, folks. J.J. Abrams is coming out with he's coming out with a UFO 4-part documentary series that's coming up on HBO on, I believe it begins on midnight. It starts August 8th, but I think it starts midnight going into the 8th. That would make sense. That would be a Saturday night going into Sunday. So that's how I'm taking it. But it is coming up nonetheless, and I'm kind of looking forward to that. I'm sure that that will be pretty entertaining. J.J. Abrams, big name in Hollywood, so can't always say I've, some movies I like, some, but but this documentary, I think it'll be interesting. A lot of UFO stuff coming out here recently, so it might be an interesting documentary to watch. I'd like to see. I don't have HBO, but maybe if it comes around, HBO Max or Netflix eventually. But I'm letting you know because some of you might have it, and maybe you're looking forward to that. So there we go. Just thought I'd bring that up. Any of you believers out there? I happen to 100% believe in UFOs. In fact, how could you not? How could you not anymore? Because they've, with the UFO footage that's come out, that's been approved and verified by the Pentagon. Um, they're just stopping a little short of saying anything as far as the occupants of these amazing crafts. So we'll see. We'll see. Ah, Ava says, is that Jack's heart rat on your desk? It is. I was wondering if anybody would notice that, or at least maybe you noticed. But yes, Ava's the first to comment on the rat. That was in the episode last week, Kill Baby Kill. So all right. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Dan says, oh, Brad says, how's it coming with the haunted house, Brian? Well, I got a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I'm doing up until the time of construction, and then everything just, my life comes to a halt as I rush and rush and rush to get everything up. But I will show you the poster. All right, sneak peek. You guys are privy to the haunted house poster for this year, and here it is, the Harrisville haunted house. And that will be every Friday and Saturday in October. Probably a little too late or early to be promoting it, but I wanted to get you this sneak peek view of the poster. How about that? Very familiar looking ghoul hovering over a ghoul. I don't know if he's technically a ghoul, but very familiar monster hovering over this old decrepit haunted house while zombies just walkabout. So there you have it. But I wanted to mention this too. I mentioned this last week. You can see there are sponsors: Vitelli Pizza of Butler. David, if you're watching, you or your crew, always appreciate your support. Pengold Ice Cream, that's in Harrisville. Okay, and great place to get your ice cream. They've been around for almost 100 years. 100 years that place has been been there. So that's pretty cool. And then Gluten Free by D&D, that is in Vollant, Pennsylvania, which is very close to Harrisville. Appreciate their sponsorship as well. So wanted to throw that out there. And that, of course, is presented by Chiller Night Theater. There you have it. So I'll be throwing that up on Facebook and social media as the time gets a little closer. But wanted you guys to see that. John says, War of the Gargantuas always reminds me of my brother's roughhousing in the backyard. Jason says, maybe UFOs are just rich billionaire aliens in space. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's kind of the elite of another planet just getting out and showing off. Look what we can do. Glam says, love it. TJ, you should work in public relations because you have a knack for making people look good. And in my case, that's quite an accomplishment. Jeez. TJ says, has anyone heard from Tom Paisley yet tonight? Yeah, that's right. Is Tom with us? Is Tom in the house? Brad says, it's WWE SummerSlam season. That it is. That it is. Those wrestling fans out there. Let's see. Cassandra says, awesome poster. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was done by a graphic artist named Rick Whitlow. You've heard me mention him before. He's done a lot of my work in the past. I can't say all of it, but most of the work I get done, I go to Rick. He's a graphic artist. I think he lives in Kentucky. I'm 12 rocker. I like to think of space like the Mariana Trench. All right. We know literally 0.001% of what's out there. Why could there not be anything living on these other planets? I strongly believe that there definitely is life out there. I think it's more amazing and profound of a thought to think that there isn't. You know, so I'm with you. Or at least if you're saying that you think that there's life out there, I believe there has to be. Ava says, I'll be the witch this year finally. That's right, getting back into being the witch. Not only the witch, but kind of a old traditional Halloween monstrous witch, which I know Ava has a lot of fun doing. And oh, hey, speaking of that, I wanted to bring the paranormal marketplace up because Ava had posted something earlier about, you know, stop by our table, and it reminded me of the post about Ava being an 8th generation descendant of Rebecca Nurse, who was unfortunately put to death in Salem during the witch hysteria of 1692. So Ava is a direct blood descendant of Rebecca Nurse. In fact, her maiden name is Nurse. So, but we'll be at the Paranormal Marketplace tomorrow. Okay, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you live in that area, and that's Monaca, Pennsylvania, I think I'm saying that right. Stop on in. Stop on in. See Ava and myself. We'll be at our table, and there's all kinds of vendors there. Everything paranormal. You can see it there. Bigfoot, ghosts, UFOs, and aliens, New Age, psychic mediums, tarot readers, authors, investigative and research groups, and much more. I think that they're going to have like over 40 vendor tables there. It's sponsored by Aurora Paranormal Services and Center for Unexplained Events. So if you get a chance, if you're in the area, I really hope you get a chance to stop by, say hi to myself and Ava, and of course stroll around and see what other vendors they have. And Brian Seach, who's my guest tonight on Chiller Chat, Brian and his wife Terry, if you happen to see them, stop on by and say hi. So, wow, a lot of comments tonight. Cool. Very cool. Thank you to everybody for that. Your participation. Glam says, yeah, where's Tom? Marco. Yeah, hello. Jason says, excellent poster. Thank you, Jason. TJ says, I'm out there farther than we've ever sent a spacecraft, man or otherwise. I truly am as bright as a burned out light bulb. Look up moron in the dictionary. My picture is there. Ah! Well, don't you be selling yourself short there, young man. I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. All right. Um, somebody say something. I don't. I'm drawing a blank here. Um, think better about yourself. Lasercorn says, this I know you're playing around, but erg, this stinks. I can't interact with you all like I usually do. Hopefully soon. Summers are really busy for me. Oh well, we just appreciate you being here and stopping by and seeing what's going on. Lasercorn. Dan says, replying to Brad, WWE, let Bray Wyatt go today. Oh, is that right? I can't say I follow WWE. Uh, my wrestling era was in the 70s and early 80s. Um, let's see. I'm 12. Rocket R says, I do think that. Oh, about life on other planets. Yeah, me too. John says, maybe they. Maybe, maybe the aliens are avoiding us for a good reason. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just one day will be the first contact, like in Star Trek, you know. Lamb says, I'm just good knowing you're out there, Lasercorn. My sentiments exactly. Jason says, Ava is a direct descendant of the witch. That's awesome. Of the witch, yes. Of the accused witch. Right. Yes. Yeah, it is pretty neat. It is pretty cool. Ava says, I'd like a reading. Well, you'll be in the right place tomorrow. Got to get up a little early tomorrow. That's the only downside because it's about an hour or so away from where we're at. So it'll be about an hour's drive. And we can get there. It opens at like 9 for us. We don't have much to set up. I mean, we're just kind of going for something to do. I'm not going there to really, you know, we've got some pictures and books and stuff. I just kind of want to get out and do something a little different. So, and meet like-minded people. I think that'll be fun. TJ says, I think you got a point there, John. Yep, I do. Yeah, maybe they're avoiding us for a good reason. Brad says, I know they let the fiend go. Who lets the fiend go? Yeah, I'm way out of that loop. Glam says, wonder what kind of turnout is expected at the paranormal marketplace. Sounds like it will be a blast. I don't know. I can say that back in April at the Butler Paranormal Conference, where they have vendors set up and they also have guest speakers throughout the day, all day long. So that was very well attended. They had lots of vendors and a lot of people there. So there is a want, a need, a desire to have these things, and a lot of people are very interested in that. So, yeah, it's a good time. Ken says, "What's the movie?" Aha! It is. Wow, I was thinking it was probably about 20 after. It's 8:30, so time to throw that schedule up. The movie for tonight, the 9 o'clock movie, is Killers from Space. And then we'll have a chiller chat at 11. And my guest is Brian and Terry Seach. We'll be talking about the paranormal marketplace. I'm a little tired here tonight, folks. I'm not sure why. All right, all right. Haven't even started working on the haunted house yet. That usually drains me. 11:30. The movie at 11:30 is Kill Baby Kill. That, of course, was last week's feature movie. Brand new one. New episode. If you missed it last week, hop on board. Hop on Stream TV at 11:30. Check it out. 1:30 a.m. Chiller Chat. My guest is once again Brian Seach, but this is an episode that we taped back in March. 2 a.m. The movie is Grave of the Vampire. So there you have it. There you have it. There's the movie. So Jason says WCW Georgia Championship in Mid Atlantic was the best in the 80s. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and you know we never made it down to the Omni in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, but we did used to go to the Columbus Center in Columbus, Ohio, and where that was one of the places they frequented as well, the wrestlers, and we'd go there. We've gone there several times to see the Masked Superstar and Andre the Giant, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, and just man, they just. In fact, they still have. I still have. This is it right here. Original tickets. Ticket stubs from, and the cards from those nights. Mr. Wrestling #2 versus Brian St. John. The Superstar versus George Wells. Kevin Von Erich versus Mike Sharp. Jimmy Superfly Snuka and Terry Gordy versus Michael Hayes and Tommy Rich. What's the date on that? August 30th, 1981. I remember showing these to the Masked Superstar. Bill Eadie, if you probably in the 90s, you'd know more as Axe from the Tag Team Demolition. But Andre the Giant versus Ken Patera. This was Sunday, August 30th. Yeah, that's the same one. No, yeah. They must have changed. Oh, yeah, the main event. They must have changed that, the main event. That stuff happens, or used to happen quite a bit. Happens a lot in independent wrestling, I'll tell you. What's this date? August 2nd. I'm assuming that's in 1981, too. Dusty Rhodes versus Bruiser Brody. This is good stuff. Tommy Rich versus Ken Patera. Terry Gordy. All right, well, enough of that. But here are the actual ticket stubs from these events. What are the prices like? $7 for an adult? At the Ohio Center. Yeah, they're all $7 for the adult tickets. And that's something. All right. And then all kinds of pictures. I remember showing him that when he was a guest on my show, before we actually began our interview, and kind of had a smile on his face there looking at this stuff. And of course we saw him wrestle Mr. Wrestling #2 and other various opponents. So it's just all right. I got off of I trailed off on the wrestling, but you guys started it. Jason says you and Ava should be the next Ed and Lorraine Warren Ghost Hunters. Yeah, we should do something like that. Let's see. Ken says if we are here, they are out there. What about the aliens? Is that what if that's what you mean, or the ghosts? Yeah. Dan says, can you show the really weird spider baby? Yes. In fact, Dan, that has been on the burner for a while. Now, that's Samantha's movie. That was one of the episodes. But Samantha has her schedule is so conflicting. I never know. It's been so long since she has a couple episodes that she has ready to go, but it's just a matter of her. I keep saying, all right, let me know when you're ready. Well, we'll get down there and get it done, but as of yet she must be really busy, because I haven't been able to schedule anything to get that episode done. I love that movie. Good movie. It's one of those bizarre. It's got a lot of humor, and it's a good movie. Really well. Very well done. Sid Haig, of course. Who could forget him? But yeah, I'd love to see that. We played it many years ago on this show's predecessor, Sleepy Hollow Theater, with Jack Shadow and Aura the Witch. Yeah, we played it then, but nothing recently. But it is in the works, or in the planning. TJ says paranormal. Nah, I'm more like abnormal. And Cassandra says, replying to Dan, I love that movie. Yeah, it's a good one. TJ says, the feeling is kicking in now. I feel like I took it. I must have. I get make me tired. I'm mellow from the Jello. So I don't know. I feel like I took some of that. Clam says, I missed the live chat on Tuesday, but really enjoyed watching it afterwards on YouTube. All right, glad you did. Yeah, I had to go quite a while without doing those. I wanted to try to get more Chiller Night theaters done, and I'm not sure how much more I'll be able to do here before I actually start the construction of the haunted house. Because once I start that, you know, this is the only show that I can keep up with because I work on it, and then you know, I work on it up until a certain time, then I can rush over here and get this fired up and ready to go. So Jason says, you saw some amazing matches. Oh, I did. I really did. It was just, so many wonderful memories, of my family and, some of my relatives, my cousins, and we all just packed up the vehicles and headed on over. And it was such a great time. That was such a wonderful time in professional wrestling. Clam says, some great wrestling names for the good old days. Yeah, makes me miss Roddy Piper even more. Right. Oh, yeah. Brad says, I went on an app on Roku called the Public Domain Channel Network. They show movies, music, TV shows, and even commercials in the public domain. That's neat. I found episodes of TV shows that are on public domain, like the Beverly Hillbillies and the Monsters. I didn't know that. I assume that Lone Ranger episodes are all public domain because they're all on YouTube. Like every one of them are on YouTube. So, and there's lots. There's a ton of Lone Ranger episodes. But me being the Western fan and Lone Ranger fan, because he was the I grew up loving superheroes and westerns. Wow, what could be a better combination than the Lone Ranger and Tonto? So I still watch those. And one thing, I'm trailing off again, but one thing I thought was really cool about the Lone Ranger is the fact that Clayton Moore, the actor who's most notably recognized as being the Lone Ranger, played him the most, loved that part. He loved that part. So he wasn't one of these disgruntled actors who just got, I'm typecast. No, he loved being the Lone Ranger. He absolutely loved that part. And he just cherished, going around and, doing everything he could in that costume and doing his gun tricks and everything and showing up and, appearing at events with Silver. Yeah, I think that's cool, because I hear about George Reeves, and his bitterness about playing Superman, The Adventures of Superman, and I think that's a shame because that was another show I loved. I absolutely loved that. So, but that's neat to know that one of my heroes growing up actually did thoroughly enjoy that part that he played, and I kind of like knowing that. John says, I'm betting that alien visitors invented cow tipping. Yeah. Why not? Blame it on the aliens. TJ says, yeah, John, I think cow tipping should be in the Olympics. Could you see that? Oh, I'll tell you what. Everybody would watch the Olympics. Not just people interested in, athletics and sports and that, but everybody would be sitting around watching the Olympics. Google World Order says, hey, how is everybody tonight? Doing pretty good. Can't complain. How are you doing? John says, fun fact, did you know that the Them for Spider Baby was done by Lon Chaney himself? It's a fact. The theme. Yeah, that's pretty neat that you brought that up, right? That is pretty cool. Yeah, the little theme there, the little sing song theme. Yep, that's Lon Chaney Jr. Dan says $7 for a ticket. WWE wants 1,000 for ringside seats. That's amazing, isn't it? I don't know if you have that kind of money, I guess. But yeah, I like the $7 ones. I know it was way back in 1980 and 81, but yeah. Jason says Amazon Prime teased us with free Lone Ranger episodes, but now you have to pay. What? Really? We can watch them free on YouTube. I don't know if you're supposed to or whoever put them on, but they're all on there. The only thing is, I will say this: the quality is not that great. So I there's like a little distortion in some of the visual, and some of the picture on the screen, but works for me. um, TJ Emanuel says, so I mean, they must not be public domain if they're having you pay for them. Somebody loaded them up on YouTube. TJ says, I actually listened to the theme from Spider Baby on Dr. Demento radio show years ago. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat that you brought that up. Tom says, hey, Monster Nap. Better late than never. Hey, Tom, thanks for joining us. Glam says, love the Lee Van Cleef Westerns. There's something cool about that guy. He was on a lot of Western movies. And I think most people would probably, if you don't know Lee Van Cleef, I'm sure that you would instantly recognize him if you saw the Sergio Leone, the main trilogy with The Man with No Name, the Clint Eastwood movies, where in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, probably the biggest title there amongst all those was he played Angel Eyes, the guy all black, Angel Eyes, and then for a few dollars more, he played the old Colonel who was teamed up with Clint Eastwood's character to go up against the bad guys, and he played a good guy in that movie, but he played a really bad guy in The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. So yeah, I really enjoy seeing him, and he has that good look to it. And he was on old episodes. He's been on the Lone Ranger. Lee Van Cleef as the bad guy. High Noon, he played. Was Gary Cooper played the bad guy. He's always playing the bad guy. He's been on Gunsmoke, The Rifleman. Been on lots of westerns. Lee Van Cleef. He's had a really good look for it. Seemed like a very nice guy in real life, but boy, he just had that villainous, mean look to him. He could really pull it off. TJ says, hey, Tom, we were asking about you earlier. Yeah, everyone was asking about Tom. Well, now we know he is here amongst us. Jason says, Clayton Moore didn't star for a season or two until the public demanded him back. Yeah, he missed season, is it season 3? I think he missed season 3. John Hart stood in for Clayton Moore during that time until their contract was settled. Clayton Moore agreed to come back. So yeah, that's something. But Tom says, Glammy. Hi, TJ. All right, and then Gore World Order says, there's nothing like loving the character you play. Yeah, and I love knowing that. That man, he loved getting into the old Lone Ranger outfit. In fact, okay, the studio who was making the Lone Ranger movie for the 1981 Legend of the Lone Ranger, they told him, can you believe they did this? And this actually hurt them publicity-wise. They forbid him from wearing the mask when he was going out on appearances. How stupid is that? You got Clayton Moore, the poster boy for being the Lone Ranger, going around, making appearances and stuff. They thought that it would detract from their movie. What marketing genius, So they he was back and forth legally with them, fighting them because he wasn't allowed to wear a mask, so he was wearing these big sunglasses. He was going to get out there one way or the other. So, but then finally he actually won the right to wear the mask again. So, but yeah, can you believe that? And that actually ended up backfiring on the producers of that movie, and it actually hurt them publicity wise, because that was a big to do about, hey, Clayton Moore showing up at these events wearing sunglasses. What's the big I don't know, standout of the Lone Ranger is his mask. That's what makes the Lone Ranger the Lone Ranger is seeing that mask. That symbol, like Captain America without a shield. Yeah, it didn't go well for them, and the movie didn't do very well. So I don't know if it was because of that, but I do know that didn't help them one bit. It actually hurt them. Good for them. They got what they worked so hard to get. TJ says, Kyle tipping in the Olympics. The tagline would be tune in to see a lot of BS. yeah, I'm sure it would. Dan says Jeff Bezos is probably going to open an Amazon warehouse on the moon. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. They'd open it up right beside a Dollar General. Don't think those aren't going up there in Mars when we get there. Brad says some episodes apps are free on the public domain. LOL. Okay. Jason says Lee Van Cleef was awesome. Sabato. Oh yeah. In the spaghetti western and Escape from New York. Yeah, and then he played in, I don't know if you remember this, as a kid growing up in the 80s, The Master. Remember he played this old ninja master, and it was kind of like the Incredible Hulk in a way, where they'd go from town to town and solve problems. They had Sho Kosugi. I don't know if you remember him from the old ninja movies back in the 80s, but Sho Kosugi played the villain, Akasa, who was once the master's pupil. He turned to evil. Reminds me of like a Ben Kenobi Vader type of scenario. So it's entertaining back then when I was a kid. I don't know how it would hold up now watching it as an adult. I'd still have fun with it. Just like I come across these shows every once in a while, like Buck Rogers or something, and I sit down and I watch them. Yeah, they're a little hard to watch, but they're fun to watch, though. It's like a lot of these chiller movies. I mean, they're fun to watch. It's the Saturday night experience of it, Brad says, like the public domain app I mentioned. Oh, okay. Yeah, but and then the thing with the Lone Ranger on Amazon Prime, you have to pay for it. That surprised me. Daniel says, hello, everyone. Hey, Daniel, thanks for joining us. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. So at the Paranormal Marketplace that we were talking about earlier. TJ says, Lee Van Cleef also shot and killed the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Is that right? Ghoul World Order said, Lee Van Cleef also played in the Octagon with Chuck Norris. Yeah, the Octagon. Remember that? Good stuff. John says, and speaking of wrestling, there's a series coming to Stars about family members who are in the ring. The series is called Heels, coming in August. I've been seeing some of the commercials for that. Cool World Order said, like Buzzkiller without his scab. Oh, yeah, like the symbol, I hear ya. Holy cow, it is 8:50. I want to bring this back up again to remind everybody. We were talking about this earlier, and we'll be talking about it at on Chiller Chat tonight at 11. But don't forget, if you're in the area whatsoever, stop on by. Hope you get a chance to stop on in and say hi to Ava and myself, and visit the other vendors. I know Daniel Hagman, he's on here in the chats there. Daniel and Brian and his wife Terry Seach. stop on by and just make a round of it and see what everybody has and say hi to everybody. Good group of people. I've been to several of these. I've been to the Butler Paranormal one that Daniel heads up, and it's very well attended. Very well attended. I'm very impressed with it and how many vendors that they get, and how many people just like to come and browse and chat with each other. It's a good time, really good time. So hope see everybody tomorrow. Well, everybody. I know some of you live quite far away, but anybody in that area, it's in Monaco, Pennsylvania, and it's free to attend. So come on in and see what's going on from 11 till 5 tomorrow at Center Stage in Monaco, Pennsylvania. There you go. So. I guess I'm all caught up on the chats. Okay, so cool. I always feel a little bad when I'm behind on those, but let's see what we got. I'm going to put the schedule up once again for tonight. Okay, the movie that's coming on in just about 8 minutes. About 8 minutes. 9 p.m. The movie is Killers from Space. And then the 11 o'clock Chiller Chat. Of course, my guest is Brian and Terry Seach. We'll be talking about not only the paranormal marketplace, but before that, we talk about one of their more recent investigations that was done in Venango County, Pennsylvania. Now, that's very close to where I'm from. Actually, I was born and raised in Venango County, Pennsylvania. So I grew up in a very wooded area. I was always in the woods playing and just hiking, discovering. So, but there's lots of woodland there. But Brian and Terry talk about their Bigfoot investigations. Pretty neat. 11:30, ChillerNight Theater. The movie is Kill Baby Kill. That was a brand new episode we featured last week. So if you missed it, hop on Stream TV at 11:30 and catch it. 1:30 Chiller Chat. My guest is Brian Seach. That's an episode from back in March that we did, a live one that we did back then. And 2 a.m. ChillerNight Theater. Jack Shadow features Grave of the Vampire. So there you have it. There you have it. So, Dan says, a great movie for you to show is The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. If I can, I'll have to check it out and see if that's something I can play. Yeah, that would be a good one. TJ says, I thank everyone for putting up with me this week, and I thank everybody for a great ChillerNight pre-show. You all keep your sticks on the ice, and remember, we're all in this mess together. There you go. I do want to, I want to reiterate that, TJ. Thank you, but thank you guys for joining in with each other and with me every Saturday night, 8 p.m. whether you can make it. We just really appreciate it. I know there's 100,000 things you can be doing, but and I don't take that lightly that you're showing up and joining myself and others here in this little chiller maniacs, but in this little chiller community. So thank you. And hope you stand by or jump. I should say jump on the Stream TV here at 9 o'clock and watch the Jack Shadow, ChillerNight Theater, and Chiller Chats. So Brad says, try Smith's hot dogs. They're the juiciest hot dogs in the whole entire world. That's quite a claim, Brad. I don't know. I will try them. Eventually, I'll get around to trying them. I never think about it until Saturday nights when you try this. What do you, Smith's hot dogs? Okay, all right, I'll try it. Do you know somebody who works there or something? You mentioned that. It's funny. All right, I'll have to try to remember to try Smith's hot dogs. TJ says, to quote the immortal Dave Allen, good night, thank you, and may your God go with you. Yes, I have to do the, remember he always had the missing fingers, always there holding the scotch or whatever he was drinking, and has a cigarette. Yeah, I used to watch that a lot. Love Dave Allen. John says, you have been, Jason says, excellent show as always. Oh, thank you very much, Jason. Thanks for joining us tonight. John says, you have been watching the Chiller Night pre-show with Brian Hogue. This is Crozak the Grand. That seems grandiose. Reminding you, 90 days until Halloween. Stay chilled. Keep thrilled. All right, thank you, Crozak the Grand. Ghoul World Order says, the Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires, a.k.a. the Seven Brothers meets Dracula. Sounds like a good one. It is a good one. Glam says, just love these chats. You're all good people. Safe travels for the marketplace tomorrow. It should be fun. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cassandra says, good night, everybody. Brad says, 5 minutes until Chiller Night Theater. Get your computers ready. Yeah, I know. We used to say, get your Roku devices ready, right? And we will again someday. Yes, someday. Jason says, Dave Allen at large was awesome. Better than Benny Hill. I have to agree with you. I mean, I enjoyed Benny Hill. But yeah, Dave Allen was the one I really gravitated toward. Them and Monty Python's Flying Circus. But I could listen to... I could watch that show over and over. Brian says, take care. Tom says, night all. All right. Good night. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this Chiller Night live episode tonight on July 31st, 2021. So, if I don't see you guys tomorrow at the Paranormal Marketplace, I will see you at least next week, next Saturday night. So have a good night. Have a good Chiller Night. We'll see you next week.